Welcome back to Score Reviews. Today we're having a look at the NECA Ultimate Gremlins 2 Mohawk. Now, it doesn't say Ultimate in the title, but to be honest, it's an Ultimate figure. Let's completely be honest. Now, I do have to say, this figure is great. It totally beats out the 2003, I believe the 2003 Gremlin Mohawk that came out, and then the Cult Classics or whatever, and then the Cult Classics, what is it called? It's Cult Classics, and there's something else after that. Can't remember so far, but you can see the amazing detail it looks just in the package, and then his really large gun right here, and on the side you can see some more detail there, and the spikes are actually attached already, rather than the old version which did not have them attached. On the back you can see a picture of the figure there. It says Gremlins, which is really confusing because he's from Gremlins 2, but, you know, it's not a big gripe. And then down here it says also available, NECA Ultimate Gizmo, and Deluxe NECA Ultimate Ultimate Gizmo Deluxe, and it says figure. So I guess that's the correct name for Gizmo. So we're going to have a look at this figure. Opened, posed, and maybe you'll see Gizmo in this review. Here's Gizmo next to Mohawk here. Now, they're a pretty great size. Gizmo's really small compared to him, but there's the other ones. Now, this figure I'm not going to go into detail because that's not the spotlight. I'm sorry, Gizmo, he's already said. I know. We're reviewing, you know, Mohawk, your big brother, your big enemy. He looks great. This figure's amazing, especially for the price. It's like $24 or $23.99, something like that. It's not like, you know, 50 bucks. Or 75 bucks. But what they've done here is taken the video game version that they did release, and they've repainted it, because that thing was it was just this thing resculpted, or this thing sculpted, and they took the Spider Gremlin face, I believe, and just resculpted, you know what I'm saying, they resculpted everything from down here, I believe, to make a new actual figure. Now, the articulation on here is very different because the only ones I have are the original NECA Gremlins, like from 2003 from Gremlins. I don't have any from Gremlins 2, so this is the only one I'm probably going to get, and the only one I've had. So, yeah, I would love to collect more, but they're of course they're done with the Gremlins line. Not done, you know what I'm trying to get at. They're expensive now. They're kind of like the NECA Terminator from 2003 figures. Some of those are expensive. With the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 Freddy, those are kind of expensive. Like Michael Myers, those are kind of expensive. They're not going to be just cheap like they're brand new. So, the head sculpt here, I'm going to bring the camera in really close for this review, because this thing has a lot of different colors you can see right in this face sculpt. The jaw actually goes up and down, so you can get different expressions there. Now, I was hoping the teeth would be a little bit pointier, but it's fine. But the mouth in there looks great. You can see how the mouth in there looks. Can't zoom in anymore. But you can see how small and cool these teeth are. You can also see the textures on there. The different textures, the slimy reds, the blacks. The eyes on here are just really, they just look like a demon. Up here, the Mohawk looks great. It always continues out of the back. The neck also is even done pretty good, with a ball joint right there, and that's not shiny, but it's fine. But it blends in pretty nice for what it is. You can see how the neck here, that's what I'm trying to say, is this red piece all kind of line up together to the piece right here. And the old version was just a swivel in the head, and it was really just like you could see the stick right here, and then you could see it breaking off flat, and this is kind of just evenly spaced, so it looks really good. Now, the ears don't have any articulation in them. I don't think the other ones did either, so that's not a big deal either. They don't like bend or anything, but the ears are done pretty cool. You can see they're done nice. You can see the cool details in there. The top of the head reminds me of Predator, the way they've done the Predators on here. Back of the ear looks nice. The back of this has a whole bunch of different colors running on here too. You can see it's really slimy and wet. There's this weird color right here. It's really not on the rest of the figure, but right here on the back, right in between the spine, and the outer, like these pieces right here, the shoulder blades. I guess that's what you'd call it. And this pink stuff right there is in the middle. The shoulder blades are like green, and they've got these stripes on them. Looks really cool. The legs here, you can see all these other details. The greens also on the front, so it emphasizes the detail. The arms, the front of this figure. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I can't really like zoom in the whole time because it's just really, really great. You really need to see this in person. Just like this is even done better, I think, than a Predator. What they've done here with this is just, it's great. Like, I'm going to bring you up here to the Predator figure. Like, here is the Mohawk gremlin. Here is the Predator right here. And you can kind of see the details that are in that, like even in the head. But compared to this right here, it just doesn't even compare. I actually thought the gun was going to be a little bit smaller, but I guess since he's kind of a smaller figure, it's just a really huge gun compared to what we're seeing. I mean, usually the guns are maybe that big, and this thing is huge. It's just kind of like a black almost, like a gray smoke, gray sparkle to it. But there's the figure right there. Can't really get into the detail or the articulation, but I'll just run you through that. The head's on a ball, like a double ball joint right there. There's a little, you can legit see the ball, so that's a lot of articulation there. The arms, arms right here are on a swivel, and they bend kind of like the Star Wars figures right there. So you can get a nice detail there, or a nice movement. The bend at the elbow, and they swivel like so. The up here, they go up about that much and down, and then go forward and back. The arms are really long. You can see how long they are. Up, down, forward, back. Same thing with this arm too as well. So you can get a lot of different movement here. And then the legs really surprised me. Watch what happens. Is these are on ball joints here, so you can. Oh yeah, I believe they are. Yeah, look, you can go in and out, and I didn't know that. And you can like. It's just really cool. Forward, they bend it. They don't, you know what I mean. They're gremlins. They're at a swivel, so they don't bend straight forward. And then the knees bend right here, so you can get them straight, or the gremlins bent way, whichever way you want them. And then the feet are on a ball joint too as well. So forward, back, they turn all the way, and then they kind of pivot. Thank you guys for watching Score Reviews. Today we're having a look at the NECA Ultimate Mohawk from Gremlins 2. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.